What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and I'm back. How y'all doing today, family? Came to chop it up with y'all on another topic. Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep Radio, Sheep Stay Sleep live stream. You know, what's going on? How's y'all day going so far? Hope all is well. And I just wanted to touch on this topic, family, real quick. I think we need some clarity. You know, I really think we need some clarity. So, as y'all can see in the title, what we dealing with. Facts versus opinions versus truth. I think a lot of us don't understand the difference, y'all. Because there's a major difference. And I think a lot of us don't understand the difference. I think a lot of us don't even understand the definition. Because when we converse with one another, we like to think our truths are facts. Some of them might be, but there's a difference between your truth and facts. It's a difference between your truth and an opinion. So I wanted to chop it up with y'all about that, family, because I don't think most of these people who's debating on certain topics, I don't think they understand the difference. So I definitely came to chop it up with y'all about that because these three things affects the way we communicate. You see, especially in this YouTube community when we're exchanging information. Those three things are mixed up. You know, they're misunderstood and misinterpreted. And a lot of times, we're not even arguing facts. We're arguing people's opinions and their truths. We don't even see that because a fact cannot be disputed. A fact is a fact. Now, if you like the fact that it's not a fact or not, that's on you. But once something is proven, it's a fact. That's actually what a fact is. But we're going to go to Google and Google each term so y'all don't think it's coming from me. I'm going to let y'all hear it from Google. So I'm going to go and I'm going to look up, each term, and we're going to talk about it, y'all. So first, we're going to Google an opinion. What is an opinion? It says, opinion is a noun, which is a view or judgment formed about something, not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. I'm going to read it again, y'all. An opinion is a view or a judgment formed about something that is not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. Now that we got the definition of what an opinion is, we have to understand that a lot of people are giving you their opinions on things on subjects. They're not giving you facts because an opinion is not based on facts. An opinion is based on the way you view something, just merely how you view something. You know, like if somebody asks you, you know, what do you think about, let's say somebody asks you, what do you think about LeBron James? Now, you may say he's not the best player in the NBA. That's your opinion because that's not based off facts or knowledge. That's just your opinion. That's just what you think. You see? And we have to stop letting people's opinions get us upset when we conversing with each other, family. We have to stop letting people's opinions get us upset because people's opinions are not that important because it's just someone's viewpoint about something. And everyone has a viewpoint about something. So you shouldn't be arguing about someone's opinion. Let people have their opinions about things and understand what having an opinion is. Because, see, a lot of us don't understand that we just dealing with people with opinions. It's not based off of no facts or no knowledge. They're just giving you their opinion on whether they like something or not, whether it tastes good to them or not. That's all an opinion is. That's all. So let people go with their opinions, man. Don't let people get you upset over their opinion because it's only based on how they feel about something. You see? And never let your feelings override your thinking, because that's dangerous, man. And see, we have to understand that being that we are so fucked up in the head as Black people, we have to stop arguing with each other, especially over people's opinions, because a simple argument could turn ugly based on how we're programmed and how we're trained to view one another. So we got to let people go with their opinions, man. And don't let people's opinions sway your perception of yourself. So stop feeling like when a person give you their opinion, stop feeling like they wrong for having that opinion about you or about something that they don't agree with. You know? And I know how that feel. I'm gonna speak for myself. I deal with that all the time. But that's your ego, man. You don't want nobody to challenge how you feel or tell you how to feel. We got to stop arguing about that, man. Stop arguing over people's opinions, because that's all it really is. That's all it really is, man. It's minute bullshit. Like my pops used to tell me, an opinion is like an asshole. Everybody has one. So we got to stop getting mad over that. So now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look up what is a fact. Based on the definition of a fact, it says a fact is a thing that is indisputably the case. It's indisputable, meaning you can't argue a fact. You cannot argue that the sky is blue. You cannot argue that. Synonyms for fact: reality, actuality, certainty. You see? So we got to stop arguing people's facts. Whatever facts a person found about a situation or a topic, let them have their facts. Don't argue their facts. You know what you can do? Debate, reference their facts with yours. But you can't argue them because based on the definition, it's indisputable. You cannot dispute a fact. Facts are something that has been proven without a shadow of a doubt. So stop arguing with people in their facts. Get your own facts and bring and present your facts. You can't argue a person's facts. You can't, because a fact is already proven. So you cannot argue that 1 + 1 is 2. You can't argue about that. No matter how much you may want it to be something else, it is what it is because it's indisputable. So stop arguing with people about their facts. Y'all could challenge it and second guess a person's facts, but you can't argue with them. You can't tell them that their facts are not facts if they already done proved it. You see? But just make sure that it's facts that's being presented and not somebody's formulated opinion, because people do that too. People do that too. People will formulate their opinion so well that you think it's a fact. You know, that's what people would do. That's called rhetoric. A person just giving you their formulated opinion and it sounds good. So you think it's facts. It's really not. So we have to understand the difference between the three things. And this is why I did this live stream real quick, family, because this is fucking up our communication. You see? And right now, everything is communications, cell phones, the internet. These are all forms of communication that the whole world is dealing with. In a minute, this is going to be the only form of communication. I honestly believe that. So we have to watch our behavior on here too. We have to be cordial, you see? But things could get out of hand really fast when we don't understand the difference between a fact and opinion and people's truth. You see? Things get out of hand when we don't sit back and try to evaluate, excuse me, what we dealing with, family. Peace to everybody in the chat. Shout out to y'all, man. Salute. Love. But I brought this topic up, family, because I see a lot of frivolous arguments turning into chaotic situations over people arguing their facts, their opinions, and their truths. And that's stopping shit from being built. That's stopping progress. If you're empowered, empowerment moves you. See, we like to talk about Black empowerment. Well, that empowerment should move you. It should move the conversations forward. It should not stagnate us. But see, when we caught up in debating people's facts and their opinions and their truths, that stagnates us. It leads to no progress, because either what's going to happen is it's going to take us 10 steps back, or we're not going to move nowhere. You see? And either way, we lose. If we stay still, we lose. If we go back, we lose. So we have to understand that, family. We have to stop being divisive with each other, even in our conversations, because it starts from the words. It starts from that. It starts from that, man. All these bullshit debates, these little debates, arguing over people's facts, arguing over how people feel, arguing with people's truths. We got to cut this shit out, man. If we talking about getting something done, let that man have his opinion. Whatever facts he gathered, let him deal with that. You present your facts about a situation, but you can't dispute no fact. It's indisputable by definition. I'm gonna read the definition of a fact again. A fact is a thing that is indisputably the case. Okay? So why are we still arguing people's facts? What is the dispute about, homie? Huh? What is the dispute about? There shouldn't be a dispute. There shouldn't be an argument, because we dealing with facts, something that's already been proven. I'm not going to argue with nobody who telling me the sky's blue. I'm not going to argue with that. That's senseless, man. That's not intelligence. That's why I did this show yesterday on ego. Y'all go check that out. Because that's what's guiding these bullshit arguments. People's egos arguing over people's facts, arguing over how people feel about a situation or feel about a subject. You want to argue with them. Let that person have their opinion. That's only their viewpoint on the subject. And you can't argue nobody's facts, because it's indisputable by definition. So if we're going to be aware, let's be aware of the definitions of the words that we're using. And let's be aware of the behavior that we're presenting when we're using these things. See? Most people who just presenting their opinions are most people who get irate and get out of control. See, you getting out of control because you mad because I don't want to acknowledge your opinion. But I don't have to acknowledge your opinion because it's just your view on something. All right, cool. That's your view. Here's my view. Now, why are we arguing? Why are we arguing? You know what I'm saying? Why are we arguing? It makes no sense. Now, let's get to truths, man. Truth. Let's define truth. Let's define the word truth. Truth, the quality or state of being true. That which is true or in concordance with fact or reality. A fact or belief that is accepted as true. Now, the truth is that is which is true or in concordance with fact or reality. The word truth is the quality or state of being true, or a fact or belief that is accepted as true. So, with that being said, why the fuck are we arguing over what people believe to be true? Because just based on the definition, truth is based on perception. You see? So why the fuck are we still arguing whether the Bible is true, whether the Quran is true? Why are we still arguing about that? When truth is based off what you believe to be true. It's your perception. So why am I argue with somebody's truth? If you believe that being a Muslim liberates you and your people, be a Muslim. If you believe that being an Israelite will liberate your people, become an Israelite. That's your truth. Who the fuck am I to say, you're not supposed to be an Israelite? You're not supposed to be a Christian? Who the hell are you to say that? See, now you're dealing with your ego. When you thinking you could dictate what somebody else perceives to be true because you don't perceive it to be true. And that's not intelligence. Nor is that maturity. We got to stop dealing with each other from an immature stance. Trying to tell people that they truths are wrong. How the hell you gonna do that? Because truth is based on perception, what you believe to be true. So if you believe that what you read and your scripture will liberate you, that's your truth. And it might be some facts in your truth. But is that my truth? No. So stop thinking you can change someone's truth. You cannot sway anyone's perception. And if you're trying to sway someone's perception, that means you disingenuous. That means you have a whole nother agenda. You see, we got to watch what we doing, family. We got to watch our behaviors. Because if your behavior don't match what you say, then what you talking about? Then what you talking about? And see, a lot of people don't understand the difference between these three things. This is why I said, man, I'm going to do a show about this. Because we need to understand the difference. And understand and always keep these things in mind when we're communicating, when we're conversing with one another. And don't be quick to condemn somebody for their facts, for their opinion, and for their truth. Whatever they want to do, let them do it. To each his own, man. We all have free will, which is choice. So whatever you choose to believe in, that's your truth. That's your truth. So when we dealing with truth, we not dealing with just facts. We dealing with belief too. But people like to say, you can't believe. Then why do you say you telling the truth if you don't deal with belief? We got to watch what we say, family. Don't talk about you don't believe in something, but then say you telling the truth. That makes no sense. That's oxymoronic. We got to watch ourselves, family. You see? We got to understand that, family. Please, this is very important. Please go and look up these terms. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go and I'm going to read each term again for y'all, family. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If anybody just came in, I'm going to go back and I'm going to read the definitions of a fact, an opinion, and a truth. And y'all meditate on this, y'all. Y'all meditate on this. Because we need to clean up our behavior in this community with each other. If we're talking about building something, we have to clean up our behavior. Everybody talks about a code of conduct, but we're not analyzing our conduct. Our conduct shows that we're not on code. And we cannot remain on code and work with each other if we don't understand the difference between these three things. You see, Marcus Garvey understood the difference between these three things. This is why he didn't argue with people about what goddamn spiritual text they read. Because he understand the power of belief and what that got to do with people's truths. I'm not going to argue your truth. If you believe Jesus walked the earth, then that's your truth. But see, what I don't like is people like to say Jesus didn't walk the earth, but didn't say Horus existed. And didn't say Amun Ra and Mayat is real. If the Bible stories are fake and they're just stories, then what the hell is the Egyptian stories? What are those? Who's Horus? Who's Anpu? Who is all these Egyptian gods that people like to worship? It's stories. How the hell you gonna tell me that Horus was the first Jesus, but Jesus didn't really exist, but Horus did? 1 + 1 is not 3. But that's your truth. So I'm not gonna argue with you. If you want to believe that, believe it, because that's your truth. So let me go back again, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all the difference between all three again. And I'm gonna start with truth. Truth is a fact or belief that is accepted as true. So if you believe in the goddamn flat earth theory, that's your truth. You believe the goddamn world is flat, then that's what you believe and that's your truth. Is there some facts in it? Yeah, it may be. But you got to accept it as being true for it to be your truth. That's why I said truth is based on perception, not just facts. Now I'm going to look up facts. What is a fact? A fact is a thing that is indisputably the case. Facts, a piece of information used as evidence or as a part of a report or news article. I'm going to repeat it again. A fact, a thing that is indisputably the case. Okay? Indisputably. So stop arguing with people and they facts. If they did the research and they got the facts, don't argue with their facts. Cross-reference them with your own facts about the same subject. But you cannot argue with them. You cannot tell them that they're wrong because you cannot dispute a fact. So cut the bullshit arguing out, because we arguing over dumb shit. And then we calling ourselves conscious, but we arguing over dumb shit. We calling ourselves intelligent, but we arguing over people's facts and people's opinions and people's truths. And this is why nothing's being built. You want to know why? That's why. That's why. Because as soon as we try to build something, somebody might say, "No, man, let's use that super glue. Let's use the super glue." And you want to use a nail gun. Now y'all arguing. Now y'all arguing. And then guess what? That shit y'all was just working on is going to stay left there unbuilt. You see? We got to stop arguing over this shit, because it's stopping progress, arguing people's facts. My dad told me my whole life, an opinion is like an asshole. Everybody has one. Why you arguing over people's opinions? Why are we doing that? Why? Why are we arguing over people's facts when you're not even supposed to argue a fact? Facts you cannot dispute. So why are you arguing over facts? That makes no sense. That's not intelligence. You cannot argue someone's facts. It's indisputable based on the definition. Now let's go to the definition of truth. Peace to everybody in the chat, man. Salute. The truth, the quality or state of being true, a fact or belief that is accepted as true. A fact or belief. You're not supposed to believe. You're not supposed to believe in nothing. You're not supposed to believe. You're supposed to know. Then don't talk about truth then, homie, if you ain't dealing with belief. Don't say you talking the truth. I'm spitting the truth. No, you're not. Because you just said you're supposed to just know. Truth doesn't have anything to do with just knowing. See, a fact or belief that is accepted as true. So if you believe you're supposed to be a goddamn chematologist, that's what you believe. That's your truth. If you believe we only supposed to eat plants and vegetables and fruit, that's your belief. That's your truth. Is it information that's factual about that? Yes. Yes, but that's your truth. Because I can go to other information that tells you you should eat certain meat. You see? So we have to understand when we're conversing, family, what we dealing with. And we cannot argue over people's facts, opinions, and truths, man. The more we keep doing this shit, we're not going to get nowhere. We're not. We are going to stay still. I know, to all my people that done been out there in the streets, what they used to tell you, man, slow money is better than no money. Didn't they tell you that? Slow money is better than no money. Didn't the big homies used to tell us that? Man, slow money better than no money. So we need some type of progress, family. And this is what I'm into, man. I'm into us progressing as a people. That's what I'm into, man. We have to progress. Like my man Zeus said, scared money don't make no money. Exactly. That means it's time to level up. That's what that means. And that's what we need to do. We need to level up. Stop arguing. A disagreement should be healthy, but it shouldn't turn to an argument. Shout out to my brothers, man. JT, boss. Shout out to everybody, man. But if we talk about really doing work, shalom, if we talk about doing work, we got to cut this shit out. This is why I said, man, I got to do this. Because I don't think people really understand the difference between the three. I don't think we understand this, family. Because if we really did, we wouldn't be dealing with this shit, man. We wouldn't be having these frivolous ass arguments, having bullshit debates that keep us stagnated. That's going to keep the argument going. This is why facts is indisputable. So why are we debating? A debate about what? Facts is indisputable. You can't dispute a fact. So what we going to be doing? Cross-referencing all day? What the hell is that? What is that? I know what it is. Counterproductivity, if that's a word. But that's counterproductive, man. That's counterproductive. Well, this happened in 1766, and then this happened in 1510, then this happened in then. And all that might be true. All that might be a fact. But now what? Because I can't argue with that. You're right. Now what? Where do we go from here? And this is where we get stuck at. We get stuck there. When you say, all right, where do we go now, though? What do we do now? See, we're supposed to have an answer when that question come up, but we don't. Because we caught up in the ego and arguing facts when you're not supposed to argue facts, people's opinions, or their truths. So I'm going to put the link out there, family. Anybody that want to come on and render their voice and speak on this topic, man, I would love to hear y'all opinions. I would love to hear y'all perceptions, because it's important, man. Because if we talking about liberating each other as a people, we have to have healthy communication. And we have to build and work on those things with each other. So I'm going to put the link out. Whoever want to come through, y'all can render y'all voice. And we're going to get to some solutions, man. Peace, Sister E. How you doing? Six Dynasty, peace. Peace, of course, to my brothers. Peace to Zeus. 118. Peace, bro. Peace, Chief. Somebody came through. Peace, peace, peace.
It's 118. Peace to all my melanated family.
How you, bro?
Um, I like the conversation. There's a couple of things that makes a lot of sense. I
Somebody got to mute themselves.
I was in a debate night, and I really did get heated over stupid things. Over a dude didn't want to actually like listen to a simple point and wanted to like make up something, and I blew up, and I was like, damn. So when you saying this, it hit me. And another thing is, some of it is needed. Um, Certain views or need to be spoke on to get a clarity of what they're talking about. Because a lot of the things that we say in the conscious community is a fact, but it don't hold truth everywhere. Like a lot of the things they say about Egypt, those are only on certain times in certain areas, and then they need to be debating about what's in it. They both right. Then it'll be times where the conversation really does not meant to be spoke on like that. Um, I like talking flat Earth stuff. I don't, I don't know the Earth is flat. It's like saying nigga. When you see a black person, I'm not a nigga, but he's talking about you, so you're gonna react. So when people say flat Earth, I I give them the flat Earth argument for conversation. But when it comes to arguing, only thing I'm gonna argue is something that across the board everybody know is true. But how you're saying what we're arguing about and how we're getting these attitudes, I kind of feel that. I do see certain times where people we talk all the time, and then it's like a conversation that's like, dang, like, but most of the time, if it's the time to talk about it, okay, let's talk about it. But just to not have the conversation, that's kind of hindering us. But the biggest issue is how to have the conversation because we do get snappy. We say little funny things, messing with people. And that's the real problem. We don't really know how to have these type of conversations when opposing views don't see eye to eye. Everything you saying is real. And I beginning to see it more and more and more. Like, and I'm not talking about just to the people that we come across and we talk to between each other. I'm talking about across the board. I just be seeing it like with the House of Consciousness. I When I first started watching the conscious community, I loved the House of Consciousness. It was atheists, it was religious people, it was all different sets of black thought in one place talking. That was beautiful. I love that. And when it broke up, I start to see everything just like, and then people stop. We say in the chat, peace, peace, peace. But when we get to talking to each other, it's like, where's the love? Like, I thought we were just saying peace a minute ago. You know, that's the big. And when you saying that, when I first heard, I'm like, damn, you're right. Like, we do need to stop disrespecting people by talking a certain way, trying to be proper all of a sudden. We niggas, we know how each other talk. And all of a sudden you want to say these big words and try to act like, that's where it'd be like, oh, so that's how you coming at me? And I see it in the conversations. And it's like, oh, why are you going here? Why are you taking it that way? So I feel everything you're saying, brother, and it just hit me. I had to come on and say that. That's all I had to say.
No doubt. Boss, peace, king. Regime.
What up, bro? What up, bro? Peace. What's up to the panel? What's up to everybody in the chat? This is definitely regime.
You all ready, bro? Touch on the topic.
Well, the brother, he just, I was just talking to you about this the other night when we was chopping it up on the phone. What the brother was just saying, like I told you, everybody that be in the chats, the same chats I be in, it's some brothers that say peace and say other words and stuff like that, and that's cool because if that's how you articulate, that's how you articulate. But me, I say yo, what's up? I gotta, like I told you the other night, I gotta be myself. Not saying that them brothers ain't, because like I said, a lot of brothers do articulate that way. But I use my own words. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be myself, and like I told you the other night. A lot of these dudes, just like the brother just said, a lot of these dudes, they want to use these big words and they want to art, they want to talk a certain type of way to make themselves seem smart or to make themselves seem like they better than the next brother or sister. And just because they don't agree with what a brother or sister saying, they want to, jump down their throat all the damn time.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm into all black religions. I'm down with it, except for that them black religions where they touching on kids and shit. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? But for the other brothers and sisters, Hebrews and Israelites and God bodies, you know, it's all information that we need. If I'm a 5%er and you an Israelite, if some of my brothers or somebody asks me about the Israelites, it's fake as hell to me to get to saying, oh, fuck the Israelites, they this, that, and the third, instead of being able to sit down with another brother or sister and say, okay, well, the brothers and sisters of the Israelites, they believe in this, they believe in that. This is how they roll. And leave it at that. But you got a lot of brothers, well, I'm a part of this religion and you ain't talking how I'm talking, so I ain't trying to hear you or you stupid. You know, brothers like in New York, brothers running up on different brothers' blocks trying to debate them. First of all, to me, that's a no-no. Don't come to my gate trying to, debate me because you're gonna get smacked. You don't go to another brother's gate. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to another brother's gate trying to talk him down. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful.
Indeed.
If we go all the way back to the old African tribes and stuff and kingdoms, all we was all black folks, but we all had different religions and different, you know, things that we
Customs.
ran with. Customs. When you go back to Shaka Zulu, different teepees, them was different tribes. They had different beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of us taking all of this knowledge and putting it in a salad bowl and mixing it up and making that salad dangerous, you don't believe in what I believe in, so you sit over there. You don't believe in what I believe in, you sit that way. You sit that way. You sit across the street. That shit corny. That's all I gotta say.
That's real. Then we set up, we separate all the letters and all the good shit in the salad, and we left with croutons.
Right.
P6 Dynasty, how you, bro?
Oh, I'm good, fam. I just wanted to come in and build on the topic for a second. Um, yeah, definitely, I agree with what you're saying. These conversations, especially people who are able to yield to certain ideas that other people are providing. So what I've been doing on YouTube for real, I've been observing these conversations, but I really don't engage. Really, I've never engaged in them online. If you go through my catalog, most of my videos is about commentary about things that's affecting the community, like right now. I am a fan of studying history. I love it. Like, it did change my life, and it gave me a knowledge about things that I was not taught in the schools. But as you were stating, like, even if we have these conversations, I think at the end of these conversations, we do owe the people some type of solution for their issues right now. Like, okay, I sat here and I listened to y'all, debate these two sides of this topic for the last 2, 3, 4 hours. And like you said, now what? So we owe it to the people to try to give people tangible ideas or things that could turn into solutions within the community that could help advance them today. So other cultures have these type of conversations, and they're not as aggressive as they are in our community. I don't know why a lot of times our brothers cannot have these conversations with each other. Um, it just is what it is, you know what I mean? And like I said, I think back on just the last few months of some of the things that I've been involved in, not even the debates, even some of the shit where, other channels have been attacking me and I've been, getting on the live stream and addressing the shit. You know what I mean? I really don't even operate like that. Even when I was in the streets, you know what I mean? I didn't operate like that. I would hear about, people trying to set me up, want to rob me, so and so, went downtown and told the feds this and that. I never would react. You know what I mean? I always handle myself since my first bit in 2003. I hung around a lot of old heads, so when I came home with a certain level of polish, and I really prided myself on being that humble person and observing before I react. So I contemplated last night after the discussion I had with Chief for the last 2 days, and I said to myself, like, I got to get back to doing what I do and what I enjoy. You know what I mean? So my move is to provide you with the news and the media, and if I want to bring some information onto my channel. I have enough brothers that I know that I can contact and ask them to come do a build, but like we need to get back on like the nation building 101 and had the brothers coming on and giving people, the information of what they're doing in their community. And hopefully you can take it back to your community. We could be pointing out all the bullshit that's going on with government right now. Um, like 5 people got shot in the same neighborhood in Chicago. Two of them just recently, but has been like in like the last 48 to 24 hours. These some of the things we need to point out and reach out to our brothers and sisters like Brother Rob in Chicago and let him tell us what's going on the ground in Chicago. So it's a lot of other shit we could be really talking about, man. Like it's enough people arguing the information. I don't have to involve myself in that.
So,
So I'm gonna yield though. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Stupid, man.
Boss, I mean, JT, what up, bro?
What up, bro?
All right,
What's
man.
going on?
You got it, bro? When you finish, I got you.
Mute yourself, bro. I had to mute you, bro. So, yeah, man, this is very important, man, because the conversations are becoming venomous, man, and we can't allow this to go on anymore. And us being men, all of the alpha men, gotta stand up, and we gotta take control and set precedents and let it be known that this shit is not cool. Because just like the youth is watching us, our women is watching us too. And they calling us emotional and all this type of shit. And it is because we shouldn't be disputing these 3 things. And all of the leaders from the past who've actually built something for us, they didn't argue on these 3 things. Got something to say, bro?
I mean, I definitely agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me watching different videos and stuff, I can sit back and peep game. A lot of these brothers and sisters in the conscious community, they live to get into it. Body. They can't wait to want to go and debate somebody. And when you was talking about the debates earlier, I want to speak on, the debates. To me, when the conscious community be having them debates, I think that shit is corny as hell too, because that ain't nothing but a seminar to pay to kick back and watch brothers that got knowledge feud. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, nobody's really getting nowhere. Instead of it being, you know, Brothers and sisters throwing seminars just for the information. So you got God bodies, they come up on the panel, they talk about, their religion and how they feel. The crowd be quiet. Then the Israelites come on the panel and tell who they is and speak on how they feel, and everybody be quiet. Religion should be able to get on the panel, themselves talk about their religion and their beliefs, and nobody in the crowd is disputing it. Like I said, if you a brother or sister and you down with a so-called religion and you're putting your hands on kids and stuff, I ain't talking about you. You don't even deserve to be acknowledged as a religion, period. But for the religions that don't do that, these seminars shouldn't be debates. They should be knowledge seminars. So
Exactly.
that's what I want to say.
Facts.
All right.
I agree. JT, peace. What up, bro?
Yo, peace. Peace. JT Blackness, the regime. National Sergeant slash OG. What we got to do, we got to understand too, we got to work under one alignment. Just like me and you was kicking it yesterday, CH1, about the bright light in the dull light. And a lot of us, we in a dull light. We don't want the bright light because it's going to show the ugliness and what we really are. But if we willing to transform ourselves, if we willing to really look in ourselves, to better ourselves as black men, to be better fathers, be better men in our community, and learn to work with each other. We don't have to worry about going with the government because that's straight up about me. I ain't all about no government. If you cannot bring nothing to the table, I don't care you a scholar or you in the street. If you cannot bring nothing to the table about our community, don't say nothing to me. I don't care. It don't have to be big. It could be small. You could do something. Your contribution will be counted. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. Peace, peace, fam.
Peace, bro. You
Can I
want to
speak
touch on
on
that,
something real
bro?
fast? Um, when we say this is one big thing that when I hear a lot of people talk about,
Hold
it
on, bro.
slaps me in the face.
Hold on, bro.
When
Mute
we
yourself,
say,
JT. All right.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah. When we say unity, we all need to unify. That's a big slap in the face when you think of our history. If we was unified, we would in a sense speak the same language. We would in a sense have our same name. It wouldn't be the tribes. It wouldn't be the different customs. When we say unify, that's something in a sense we never did because we wouldn't have the things I just named. So we lived together on a big landmass, and we learned to live together in a sense peacefully. It's always going to be an issue where it's going to be a fight in a way. So when we say we need to unify, that's something we never did. So that's something we need to learn how to approach that because that is a big thing for black people to unify. We have to unify with customs. We have to unify with traditions, religion, and to do that, that is something we have never done. We have never done. Now, people have taken over other people and kind of changed their way of life and kind of made it better. Black people, with black people over the years before the white man came, but we have never unified as one body of people. So when we say that, that's like a pipe dream. We need to have a better approach than to say that's the only way. That's why I'm saying this. Because people say that's the only, we have never did that. And that's tough to say that's the only way. That's all I want to say about that.
Right. And I see what you're saying because you know in Africa we was all tribes. It was never just one big group of a million of us. Yeah, so that's true. You see? And you see what you said, brother? Now, if I want to be divisive, I can take the fact that that's your opinion and that's your truth and create an argument about it. This is the shit we got to stop doing. We got to stop doing that. If you agree with something that the brother said, acknowledge it, move on. If you disagree, acknowledge it, move on. We shouldn't become divisive and start becoming venomous against each other. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have just took what that brother said and went to the extreme. And that's what we do to one another. And that's what we got to stop, family. We got to stop that, family. D-Red, peace. OG. You choppy, bro. You
Yeah,
choppy.
you're bad, brother.
You might need to come back in, bro. You choppy, D-Red. You can't hear nothing you saying.
Line long than a motherfucker.
Can't hear you, bro. It's too choppy. You might have to exit and come back in, bro. I'll put the link back in there for you. I'm gonna put it back in there right now. Just come out and come back in because we can't hear nothing. Anybody, anybody else got anything they want to say? Because we just had a perfect example when the brother just, rendered, rendered his facts and his truth, and it could have went left, you know.
Facts, definitely. That's the prime example. Nobody got out of line with the brother. Everybody let him, say how he felt. And that was that. Wasn't no arguing or disrespect, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And see, our opinions, we gotta watch how we do voice our opinions. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, the way a person expresses their feelings, is kind of rude to the next person that they talking to.
Yep.
So then when that happens, who depending on who you talking to, they ain't gonna try to hear nothing that you trying to say after that because you come off strong.
Mm-hmm. My mama always
You
raised me.
know,
Boy, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
right, right,
And we have to understand the power in that because you could say something and be trying to uplift somebody, but the way you say it could make a person feel like you tearing them down.
uh,
We got to stop
right,
relating from that
definitely.
space.
And that's what a lot of brothers be trying to do, or sisters be trying to do. They don't agree with something that you say. Instead of saying that respectably, you know, they want to come off rude, and that's how a simple conversation end up turning into somebody getting cussed out because they want to come in a conversation with an S on their chest.
Exactly. Go ahead,
I
bro.
want to say this too. It's like with me when I first started to. I've probably been on Six Daddy probably like 3 months, and ever since I got on it, I seen how it wasn't that No disrespect. It wasn't that popular. I really don't know how long the channel been on. So no disrespect. And when I seen the the views are more close to the views of my mindset. So when I realized that you have to subscribe, then you'll see the live feed, because I always used to see it like, when it come on after, after the live feed, you put it on the channel, and then like a day or two it'll go on my feed and I'll watch it. So since I subscribed and I seen the live feed, it's easier for me to come on these type of channels. I would never try to say the exact fact. I'll give you a view on how I feel like situations happen at the time. And the only way I feel comfortable by doing that is I don't feel like what I'm saying is something somebody else is saying, or it's not like I'm taking somebody's view, and we really can't take somebody's view, because that's, everybody, it's only so much you can think. So me being comfortable on here is like, I'm not trying to sit there and have a conversation with brother Hebrew Perry about the Bible. I don't know the Bible like that. I'm not gonna sit here and have a conversation about historical fact on Egypt. I don't know it like that. So all I'm gonna give is my mindset on a couple of things that, and if anything that I feel like I really, really know, I will come up here and give a real point on that. So when I'm on here, I'm not trying to be like I'm smarter than I am, or try to put myself in a DS1 shoes, or brother Mighty shoes. The channel I have is you can go on here and find out some science, this, and that. So when I be on here, I'm not trying to push a view or push my channel like I'm trying to be one. I'm just giving it, a little simple view on how I feel things. That's all I'm trying to say. Why I be on the live stream.
And that's peace, bro. That's peace. And we like to say peace to each other, but we really gotta come in peace when we dealing with each other, even when we talking to each other. We gotta remember that we coming in peace. We gotta remember that we brothers and sisters, and we gotta always keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Jalen, what's up, little bro?
So man, hey, somebody had created a clone channel of me too, and I had reported it too.
Oh, for real? They can't handle your truth, little bro. That's all it is. You be bringing out too much facts for them. Them trolls is mad, man. That's all that is. Some people can't handle the truth, man. But we gotta understand that arguing people's truths is asinine. We gotta stop having these arguments, man, that leads to nothing, man. You know? Because we could sit here and debate and argue forever and ever and ever. But at the end of the day, if we leaving not feeling empowered, everybody lost. Want to say something, bro?
I mean, you definitely hitting everything on the nail, bro. I mean, so some people just, I call them the people with the freak, with the freak knowledge. You know, sometimes they don't know when to shut up. They don't know when to listen to, somebody else. It's always about what they say, and and from the book that they read from. They want people to respect their opinions, but they don't want to respect yours. And then they try to call you stupid, and how things, get out of whack. So, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, bro. You touching on something that's real important, because that ties into my live that I did yesterday on ego. A lot of
Right.
people they let their egos get big because they read 100 books. You know, they think because they read 100 books, now you can't teach them shit.
Right.
You know, and we got to understand that we was put here on earth to learn. Earth is a school. So if
Right.
you think if you still walking around thinking because you read 100 books, you cannot learn shit, that's your ego. And in the end, that shit is gonna cost you. And that's what it's doing to our community. It's costing our community because a lot of people is walking around and living from that space. And it's costing us as a people. That's why family reunions get shot up now. Cookouts get shot up now. Because of simple disagreements. Somebody don't agree with somebody's opinion or somebody's truth. Next thing you know, somebody dead. And this is why we got to cut the bullshit out. And why I wanted to come here and break down the difference between these three things. Because I believe if we really sat back and understood what these three things are, the infighting will stop, man. And that was the purpose of me, you know, coming up with this show, man. So anybody else want to touch on anything before I close out in a minute? Because I got another show to do tonight.
Yo, this is JT. You can hear me?
Sound low, bro. You kind of low.
All right, hold on. What about now?
Yeah, that's better.
I'm just saying that we just gotta work together. We gotta respect each other's contribution. You know what I mean? We have to do that. You know, I don't care if you know more than the next man. We all in the same flight. We all in the same fight. We all in the same struggle. So let's act like it. Stop acting like we better than each other. We all, like I said, we all in the same alignment. That's all I got to say. Peace to the panel. Peace to the chat.
Peace, bro. Amadi, you want to touch on anything, bro, before I close out? With some solutions, bro.
Yeah, hold on. Let me I was on the phone with my mother. Um, yeah, man. Like I said, I definitely agree with a lot of the stuff that you said that you brought forth today. My solution would be, as far as information goes, to focus more on the now. And if we want to teach people about history, let's do that in a way that it's more of a organized, or in simpler terms, a classroom setting. Let's set up your own streams where you can build on certain stuff if people want to learn about the stuff that you want to teach. But I think arguing over certain things, especially like religion, is like, that shit then got old. Like I have a certain amount of respect for all the religions, the Hebrew, the Muslim, the 5%er, the Nation of Islam, the Moors. All these brothers have made contributions to the community that we've benefited from. So I never want to be. I'm never the one to tear down religion at all. I actually got a lot of respect for religion. That's why you never hear me speak on it. Although I'm not in any organized religion, and I do have my own beliefs, I don't attack other people's beliefs, because I've seen the change that it's made in a lot of people's lives who was out here being goons and thugs and causing all kind of havoc and chaos in the community. I see the effect that it has spiritually on the brothers that still out here gang banging, asking God to protect them while they out here doing what they're doing, or the brothers that's out here hustling in fear that somebody is going to take their lives over money. You know what I mean? So I don't want to snatch that away from anybody as well. I allow people to have their own spirituality. But like you said, we got to stop arguing over these talking points, allow people to teach without attacking what they're saying. Like you said, the brother said about, we come from different tribes, we come from different cultures. And I agree with that. And I believe that we could actually join up with people with a like minds like that and tribe up here. You know what I mean? In those type of circles. And I think that'll be more effective. But we got to be able to respect each other too and have some type of peace and unity with outside of those different tribes as well. So, you know, a lot of conversations is destructive. You know, we tear each other down without building each other back up. So yeah, like I said, if we're gonna have certain conversations, at least put some solutions in there that people can take home and apply to their everyday lives, and allow people to teach and not be so objective because you don't agree with what they're saying. Everybody has their own mind, everybody has their own opinion, and you're entitled to that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm gonna say. And like I said, I'm gonna get back to what I enjoy doing. So peace. Thanks for letting me on the panel. Shout out to my brother 118. Shout out to Ohio Black and JT. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. Fam. Peace.
Peace, bro. Salute. You want to say anything, 118, before we check out, bro?
No, man, just thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt, man. Anytime. You already know you welcome. You know what I'm saying? What about you, little bro? You got anything you want to say before we close out?
Nah,
All right, thanks, little bro. Thanks for coming through and showing support. Thanks for everybody on the panel, everybody who tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep Radio, Sheep Stay Sleep Live. You know, that's the name of it. If you like this stream, hit like, leave your comments, leave your thoughts, you know, share it. Make sure you hit subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, family. Make sure y'all hit the little bell for future notifications too. So whenever I'm on live or anything, you'll be notified. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody who show me love and support. This is DS1 Ross. I'll be back later, family. I'll be back later after the King's Throne. Shout out to Sister True Royal, Boss and JT, and all my brothers, you know, who salute one another, who represent brotherhood. Shout out to my sister, Truthfully Honest. So I'll be back, family, after the King's Throne tonight with another topic. Y'all tune in. Peace.